Hey, I just sold an F-150 to a great customer of mine, and he was asking me a few questions that, I didn't think to go over with on the product presentation. And to be honest with you, there's so many things that we can go over and talk about the F-150s that sometimes you leave a couple of things out of the presentation. So it made me do this video because he had these detailed questions. I'm pretty sure that you guys out there, or some of you guys out there, might have the same question. So that's why I'm doing this video of the top few things, or just a few things that you might not know about your F-150. So if you are interested, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Hello YouTube and social media. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are at. My name is Jorge Lopez and I am your sales consultant here at Tomball Ford, best dealership in town. And I welcome you. If you are a first-time visitor, welcome to my channel. This community, this channel is built to provide you guys with some excellent information on how-to videos, some videos on product presentation. So when a new vehicle comes into my inventory, I spend some time in going over these neat features, and ultimately I am your sales consultant. So if you ever need my assistance for a brand new vehicle, we sell new Fords, new Dodges, new Chryslers, new Jeeps, and any pre-owned known to man. So I am your guy. Look me up and I'll be more than happy to help you out. I have an app for you as well. If you are interested, download it. It's free. The app is right here on the screen. Go ahead and download it now and enjoy its features. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I post a lot of good content on there as well. Facebook, LinkedIn, you name it, and I am all over on social media. Okay, enough blabbing. Without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the few things you might not know about your Ford vehicle. Okay, so the first thing that I want to discuss about is on these vehicles that have the smart key, just like this one here, there's a specific slot that is either on the center console for like an SUV, or on the center storage area next to the shifter if it's an F-150. And that slot is for a specific purpose. So I'm gonna be talking about that, and also its benefits that you get by using that slot. So let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. Let me turn the camera over. All right, so this is my personal F-150. And let's see if we can get this going here for you guys. So on the F-150s, you've got on some of the, like the 2017s, this slot that I'm talking about is right in here. This one is a 2018, which is my personal vehicle. Come on, camera. Having a hard time changing. Okay, no worries, let's do this. So this is a 2018, and the slot that I'm talking about is this right there. So I heard in some of the videos on YouTube that those slots are meant to hold your key in place or to store your keys, which is absolutely incorrect. There is no way Ford would put a slot in here or in there so that you can store your key. It actually has a purpose. So the purpose of that is, one, if you need to reprogram your key, you use that slot so that the computer can learn that this is a new key that you're programming. Two, you also use that slot to retrieve your door code. Okay, so if you don't have your door code with you, then you can use that slot to go ahead and retrieve the code. So that's really its main purpose. And then lastly, if you have a dead remote control, if the battery is completely dead here and your lock and unlock is not working, that means that your push button start is not going to work either. You insert the key into the slot, and because the chip of the key is now very close to the computer module that's below it, it will allow you to push button start the vehicle even with a dead remote control. Now, I'm going to show you how to retrieve your door code. So you have to have two keys. If you have a smart key like this, then locate your slot, whether it be there or in the center console. There's also a slot for like the SUV. So what you need to do is you take one of the keys you insert it right in there. You push the button, do not press the brake. So no brake, you push the button. Okay, it'll power up. The engine will not power up, okay? So only the vehicle. You turn it off. You take your first key out. I didn't bring my second key. So pretend this is the second key. Insert the second key and then do the same thing. Press that start button. Do not press the brake pedal, and your door code should appear on the screen. It doesn't appear now because I didn't insert the second key, but this is a way that you can retrieve your door code. If you have a regular key like this, what you need to do to retrieve your door code is you insert it into the ignition, you turn it into the on position, right? To where the lights come on, not the engine. You count like 3 seconds, you remove that key, you grab your second key, you insert it, you turn it to the on position again, and voila. That's how you will be able to get the door code with that type of a key right there. Okay, point number 2 is how to change this door code. Have you ever had that moment where your sales consultant presents you your code and it's just numbers that you really, they're not easy for you to remember? So at time of delivery, I always tell customers, hey, do you want me to change this number for something that is a little bit more easier for you to remember? You do need the original code in order to customize and add a new 5-digit code to this entry keypad. Remember, if you don't know your original code, you do step number 1 to retrieve your door code. So let's go ahead and show you how to change your door code. So changing your door code is actually pretty simple. For those vehicles that do not have the big screen on the radio area, like you see there, you need to change your door codes by typing in your original number. It's gonna be 5 numbers. What you're gonna do next is press the 1-2 button. What you're gonna be doing next is inputting your 5 new numbers. So whatever 5 new numbers you want to add, then you lock your doors by pressing the last 2 buttons. That will lock your vehicle, and that will go ahead and conclude the programming of your door code. Now, maybe you didn't know that you can lock your doors, including on a truck, your tailgate, by pressing the last 2 buttons right here. So that is a little trick to lock your doors. Now, if you've got the big screen on the radio area, like you see here, so if you have the big screen like you see here, what you need to do is you go to settings, you swipe over to vehicle, your door keypad code button selector is the first one. You hit that, and then on here what you need to do is you type in your original 5 numbers, and then you're going to add. It's going to prompt a message saying, do you want to add or replace? You do not want to replace, you want to add. So you hit add, you're going to type in your 5 new numbers, and then you're going to type them again to confirm. And simple as that, you've changed your door code on your new Ford. Okay, so point number 3 is, on this quick video, is, do you guys know what these buttons are for? In my truck, there's 4 of them. And I don't know if I'm in focus, but there's 4 of them right there. And a lot of people think that these are microphones, or a lot of people think that that is a light that shines into the cabin of the vehicle. Well, that is incorrect. Actually, what these are, they are sensors. So if you lock your doors, if you step away from your vehicle, and for example, your windows are down, and somebody reaches into the vehicle to try to steal something, then the alarm should go off. So let's go ahead and test it out. I've got my truck on. I'm gonna lower my windows, okay? And I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna walk away. Now I'm gonna be out of focus. My door is closed. I have locked my vehicle. and I'm just gonna wait until the lights go away. They have, and again, I don't know if you can see me, but I'm gonna stick my hand and see if this works. So yes, reaching inside will set off those sensors. Try it yourself, see if it works on you. While we are in here, I wanted to talk about what if you don't have the key with you and you really want to enjoy the radio. No worries. Even with no key in here, you press the button and you have the auxiliary mode for your radio stuff. Media availability, you have Lamar Miller still under contract. Isn't that cool? So you don't need your actual key to listen to the radio. So back in the day, you needed the key to have the auxiliary mode. Remember that? Where you would turn the key and put it into a certain position and then you would be able to turn on your radio. Well, not now. You don't need the actual key to listen to the radio. Now that brings me to point number 5. One thing that I've already discussed in other videos of mine is that there is no ambient lighting. I do not like the fact that there is no ambient lighting on this. Even though it is an insignificant feature for 2018 and up on the F-150s, there is no ambient lighting whatsoever on here, but you do have it on the Explorers. I don't know why Ford is not bringing it to the Ford F-150, their best-selling vehicle. So point number 5 is no ambient lighting. Now, another thing that I want to mention is the memory seating. On the Fords, I feel it's a lot easier for you to memorize or have seating memorization done to the system. So really simple. What you need to do is, if you've got your steering wheel that is electronic, move it to the position that you want to move it to. Okay, let's just, for this example, let's move it there. Let's move the seat, kind of forward. Right there. That's definitely not where I would put it at. Let's move the pedals. So your pedals are moving as well. And let's just, for the heck of it, let's move one of the mirrors. Well, hang on one second. For that one, I do need the power on. So let's move one of the mirrors. There you go. Moved it too far in. But let's say that that is your seating position. In order for you to memorize that seating position, all you need to do is press 1, 2, or 3 buttons. Hold it down until you hear a chime. But now, I'm going to share with you a different tip. Now, you can program your personal remote control to automatically adjust the seating position of where you want the seating to be at by the time you get into the vehicle. So I use this in my example, like my wife has one of my keys and I have this key right here. So whenever my wife is going to be driving my truck for whatever reason, when she hits the unlock button, then all of these settings move to her settings because we've got the remote control program. So 2 steps. Remember, you got 1, 2, and 3 here. You hold down that button you want to control until you hear a second chime. The first chime basically memorizes all of these sitting positions. The second chime that you hear allows you to program the remote control. So this is what you need to do. Hold it down. There's chime number 1. There's chime number 2. Release and hit the lock button. The lock button, by hitting the lock button, that'll now lock all of these settings to this remote control. So let's go ahead and move it. So let's say that, I'm gonna move it all the way to the back. I'm gonna move the steering wheel all the way down. And I'm gonna move that mirror back out again. All right, so let's say that we exit the vehicle. Vehicle is off. I go ahead and close the door. When I hit my unlock button, that should move, and the seating should move, and that mirror should move. Let's see. There you go. Seating moved. Hopefully you got that the mirror moved, and you can see that the mirror is all the way in, which is where I had it. So that's how you can program your remote control to have all of the seating done and positioning done by the time you get into the vehicle. So you don't have to press that button right there. Okay, so tip number 7 is DM or driving mode. So you should have these on your recent Fords, either on the shifter here, or if your shifter is up top, you should have it here. So the DM, when I press that, you should be able to see how that driving mode changes, so that you got normal, tow haul mode. Oops. Skip one. So you have normal, tow haul mode, snow wet mode, eco mode, and sport mode. So basically, in summary, and by the way, I made a detailed video on this, so I'll link it up on the descriptions and on the cards up top, somewhere there, so that you can go ahead and check out that specific video. But this is in summary what these modes mean. So normal mode doesn't concentrate on any fuel efficiency or any type of performance. It's just for normal driving, you know, to and from work, and that's pretty much it. Now you've got tow haul mode. Tow haul mode re-gears the transmission so that you get optimal torque and power sent to the rear wheels, and it doesn't search for the gears. It kind of stays at one gear so that it provides power to the vehicle, so that it could have a little bit more ease towing whatever you're towing behind you. Snow wet mode. I use this one quite often in my truck, in this vehicle. So obviously we don't get any snow here, but when it is raining outside, I do put it in this mode because it reduces the throttle response and the power sent to the rear wheels, so that I don't fishtail, I don't lose control. You got eco mode. I use this on longer trips, so it puts me in my higher gears sooner. It kind of reduces the throttle response and the power sent to the wheels again, because remember, it's trying to conserve fuel. And lastly, you got sport mode. If you put it in sport mode, then you are put in your higher gears faster. So you are compromising the fuel economy on this one, but man, it gives you better performance. I feel like you got about 20% better acceleration when you go in sport mode. Try those out today. The 8th thing you might not know about your Ford F-150 or Ford in general has to do with the front grills. Now, this is not new technology, and we've had this for many years, but a lot of customers don't know that these vehicles have active grille shutters. So basically, you've got a few shutters here on this side and a few shutters here, kind of like blinds. Your blinds at your home, you know, windows you open and close up. So depending on the vehicle, then these shutters or blinds can open and close depending on what you are doing. If you're towing a trailer, if you're coasting on the freeway trying to conserve fuel, or if you remotely start your vehicle, then obviously it's going to close so that the engine can warm up faster. So let me show you on my truck how that works. Okay, so we've got blue jeans here, and I'm going to show you right in that slot right there. You can see one of them right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remotely start it, and you should see it open and close. There he goes. There's one of them, and that should open back up. Basically, they go through a cycle to make sure that they are operating properly, which they are. And again, this is just to provide better aerodynamical airflow going through the vehicle to produce less drag. It is for the vehicle's benefit to allow tons of air into the vehicle. So if you're towing a trailer, you know, this engine, this transmission will perform best. And like I said before, if you've remotely started your vehicle like I did, then if it's really cold outside, then guess what? Those shutters are going to be closed so that the engine can warm up faster and provide heat faster to the inside cab of the vehicle. All right, guys, there you have it. These are just 8 tips and little tricks that I know we have on some Ford F-150s, and hopefully this was informative to you. And if it was, please, give us some likes. We love likes. Share the video and comment below if these were tips that were helpful for you, or if you know of something else that I could have mentioned here. Again, there's so many features, but we want to keep these videos as short as possible and be as informative as we can. But write them down in the comments below. I read every single comment and try to respond to you ASAP. Again, my name is Jorge Lopez, and I am your sales consultant here at Tomball Ford. If I may be of service to you, don't hesitate. Let me know today. We'll talk to you soon. Have a blessed day. Enjoy the day. Bye-bye.